Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that Marvel Studios is completely lost and desperately grasping for attention using gimmicks, I did not come to that conclusion lightly. After years of extensive research, watching the MCU deteriorate before my very eyes, it's clear to me now that Marvel Studios is willing to use any cheap tactic imaginable to try to get people interested in their brand again, including, apparently, trying to sign one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Let's discuss.
Our content sucks. Our content sucks.
I watch so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
With every passing day, the MCU becomes more and more irrelevant, mostly because audiences have lost interest in their tired, formulaic way of making films. But rather than fix the problem, Kevin Feige is consistently trying to put a band-aid on a gaping wound.
Perhaps you could toss me a Band-Aid or some antibacterial cream.
As I've already predicted, he will do so by doubling down on Easter eggs, cameos, nostalgia, and even bringing back some familiar faces from the past. As I've said many times before, that's all they have to rely on now, simply because they refuse to hire anyone with a unique vision. They take their audience to be complete idiots, and you know what? Some people might fall for it. Correction. A lot of people might fall for it. But what happens when they can't rely on those things from the past to prop up their new films anymore? The answer is they go right back to being the creatively bankrupt studio that they've been for years now. And for that reason, I say again, Marvel cannot be saved.
They're dead. Alright, can I go now?
Don't believe me? Well, take this into consideration. Just today, it was announced that Marvel Studios is officially moving forward with their X-Men movie. And why now, you may ask, after years of having the property at their disposal and not really doing anything with it? Well, the answer is simple. They want to capitalize on the positive buzz around X-Men 97 right now. Let me rephrase, the positive social media buzz around X-Men 97 right now. Because we all know that's the crowd that Marvel Studios desperately wants to cater to. The only problem will be with the live-action X-Men film is, will the creative be right? You can call a movie X-Men all you want. The reality is you still have to put in the work when it comes to building these characters in the MCU, and that starts with a script. And who did Marvel Studios select to write their quote-unquote highly anticipated X-Men film? One Michael Leslie is in talks to write the script. Now, if your response to that is, who the f*** is that? Then you clicked on the right video.
I don't get it.
He is the writer of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Yes, the Hunger Games prequel that came out recently that absolutely nobody gave a shit about. Boy, Kevin Feige and company are really swinging for the fences with that potential hire. Why don't you just call up the people responsible for Madam Web and Morbius next to write your next two films? And you want me to believe that Marvel Studios is turning a corner. You want me to be excited over the prospect of a Marvel Studios produced X-Men film. Why exactly should I be? Because X-Men is in the title? Because it sounds like you are scraping the bottom of the barrel looking for writers right now when you should be looking for game changers. But we all know that's not going to happen because Marvel does not want creatives who would be considered game changers. They want yes men, they want hired hands.
But why?
And we all know that story doesn't matter because Disney and Marvel Studios don't even give a shit enough about the X-Men to find someone better. And they know that there will be some fanboys who avidly defend the film anyway, so why bother trying? That's all they really care about. Validation from the geeks online with Scarlet Witch profile pictures. Not a single person at Marvel Studios has realized that they need to win back general audiences if they are to achieve long-term success. If they are ever going to have prolonged success again, social media hype is not going to do that for them. Don't believe me? Look at the uncertainty around the X-Men 97 numbers and get back to me. Is it as big of a hit as some people claim? I'm a bit skeptical, but I digress. If you need even further proof that Marvel has become a parody of itself at this point, and they are grasping for any mainstream relevancy they can find, look no further than the next rumor that I'm going to share with you.
And here we go.
One Taylor Swift reportedly had meetings with Marvel boss Kevin Feige to discuss a role in the MCU. Now you might say, why Taylor Swift? What exactly does she bring to the table as it pertains to making the MCU better? Well, look at what's happening in the NFL right now. They are quite literally arranging next year's schedule so Taylor Swift can attend as many games as possible to support her boyfriend. If you thought last year was nauseating hearing about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce every 5 minutes, then just wait. The reality is, unfortunately, that this brought ratings to the NFL. It brought a whole new fan base to the NFL. And Disney, Marvel, and Feige probably saw that and wanted a little bit of that Swiftie action as well.
Give me all you got! Give me all you got!
Once again, it's nothing but gimmicks. It doesn't really matter what the potential story is around her character or the movie that she will be in. Her loyal fan base will show up to support that movie and her no matter what, and that's exactly the type of fan that the MCU needs right now. And Feige desperately wants that boost in his box office numbers. If it ends up happening, will it be a great business decision? Probably. But creatively, is this what you are looking for from a company who is desperately trying to restore their own prestige? Marvel has lost sight of what is actually important here. A franchise that once revolved around characters like Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk is now turning to Taylor Swift to stay relevant. If you don't see that as desperate, and if you don't see that as Marvel Studios not addressing their real problems and trying to hide behind gimmicks, then I don't know what to tell you. Marvel is dead and clearly nothing is going to change. So I think it would help some people to come to the realization that this franchise might not be worth saving anymore.
Y'all be cool. Right on.